Welcome back to Talk of the Town. We are joined by one of our news partners, Coastal Discovery Museum.
Good morning.
One of the gems of the island here. I always love
you.
catching up with you, Robin Swift. There's so much that's always going on.
There is.
So
It's
much.
Always busy.
And year round. Year round.
It
So
is.
tell us what's happening this winter.
Well, you know, we get a lot of people that come down from up north, and they'll stay for a couple of months, but they want to learn about the island. So we have really kicked it into full gear this winter, and we're doing our public lectures 2 days a week now, Mondays and Wednesdays, so they can come learn about different things. Topics like whales, bird migrations, because they're always saying, well, what about this? What about that? So we said, well, then let's have programs. And we're filling them up. They love it.
I bet. And that's like kind of it's always existed, but this immersive vacation experience.
Exactly.
You know, people want to know about, because it's interesting.
Exactly.
You know, it's sort of when the way that the island is built, you know, the trees lower than the buildings. It's kind of magical. It's sort of, it's, you know, secretive. They want to know a little bit more about it.
And then I think they like to go home and tell their friends, oh, I was at this place and I was on the beach and there was pine trees and they've got birds that migrate there and they're proud that they know something about the island.
Sure, sure. And I think it makes it all the more valuable an experience coming here.
Yes, and a lot of locals want to learn as well.
They do.
I mean, we bring in people to talk about oysters. Why is it important to recycle our oyster shells? I mean, they're just like, well, let's just go throw them at the dump. No, bring them. You know, we're working with DNR. We bag them, and then they use them to renourish the marshes. So it's twofold. It's, you know, for the locals as well as visitors.
And it's fascinating.
Yes,
I mean,
it
it's
is.
really fascinating to take a deeper look at why it's so beautiful here.
Exactly.
How it all absolutely happens. Okay, so the program's this winter, and what's the best way? Like, why are you offering the lecture series now? Is that something that sort of gets ready for the spring?
Well, we offer them, except for in the summer. We offer them year-round, but this is the first time we've offered them twice a week because we have so many fun topics. I mean, there's just a lot going on. We're doing a sky watch where people can learn about the winter sky and learn about all the different constellations. And what better place than out at the museum at Honeyhorn, because when the lights are out there, it's gorgeous.
Exactly, and
it's
that
gorgeous.
speaks so much about the mission of Hilton Head and the lack of light pollution.
Exactly.
So important to do that, and that you guys touch on that and teach people about it. So what are some of the takeaways been, you know, of the...
Oh, people, they're so surprised, you know, that when we say, you know, there's right whales that pass out here, you know, on our waters, and they're like, whales? Where, you know, they don't understand really our proximity and all that can take place here. So people are pretty amazed, and we really have brought in some incredible speakers this year to address all of these different things.
Super knowledgeable folks. And what do you do to find some of your speakers? How do you go about that?
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You call on a lot of people with different organizations, like the aquarium in Charleston. We have someone coming down to talk, you know, from them. There's a lot of sources you have to go to, but it's a lot of work. I mean, it takes a lot of time to plan. What we present now was planned 6 or 8 months ago.
Wow.
And right now, we're already planning our spring and summer.
Sure, and it's so substantive. I mean, it really shows the quality of this. Are there other things that are going on this winter?
Well, it's exciting. February is always a big month at the museum. The Gullah group comes back, and we have the Gullah Art, Food, and Craft Expo, which is tons of fun. I mean, if you want to taste good Gullah food and African food and see crafts that are both Gullah and African, and they are different. Everybody thinks they're all the same.
That's
going to be in February. And then at the end of the month is the Seafood Festival, the big Saturday where you come out and you can sample everything. I mean, you buy your little bits that you want, and that's a very fun event.
Yeah.
That's real big.
What's what are you expecting to show? How many people have come
the
through
seafood
for that?
is crazy. That one's usually about 10 to 12,000 people. It's really crazy.
Wow.
Parking, you get there early because parking is tight. It's very well organized, I will have to say. The Carmine's family puts it on and raises a lot of money for our community. It's just amazing what they do, and they surround themselves with a good team. So it's a lot of fun. Families can come. It's great. It's
kind of buy as you go at the
Exactly. You pay to come
tents.
in and then you buy what you want. Same with the Gullah. You pay to come in and then you pay for the bits of food that you want and everything.
Perfect.
But if you want to taste some good oysters and fish and things like that at the Gullah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Always so much going on at the Coastal
Busy,
Discovery
busy.
Museum. Never stops.
Never
Absolutely
stops.
never stops. Thank you so much for being with us,
Thank
Ms.
you.
Robin. Thanks for watching Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Carrie Dillon, and we will see you next time.